Yo, yo. Peace to the kings, queens, gods, goddesses, emperors, empresses. Man, I believe that royalty are those who look at themselves as their kingdom. It's your man, Soular with a deep topic here, deep video here for you. I was feeling inspired, so I decided to come out here to my holy place, but at night. And I have this message. I want to share with you. And I think that a lot of people could benefit from this message. You know, I want to talk about from my experiences, not just my experiences, but just from what things are. People will tend to, and I'm going to start with this, and then we're going to go into the rest, is when somebody is spiritual and they're going around judging other people, talking down on other people for maybe habits that they have, behaviors that they show, where they are currently in life, and they treat that person like they're an evil person or a bad person, or your chakras aren't open, or you're low vibe. The people who are doing this are ironically exhibiting a low vibe themselves. And it's not that it's a low vibe more than it is not the highest vibration, not the goal. You see, we're not here to get other people to eat the way we eat, walk the way we walk, talk the way we talk. We're here to master ourselves completely. And how can I prove this? How do I know this to be true? Well, there is one frequency that is a higher vibration than love. That frequency is authenticity. It's not about being all happy-go-lucky. It's about being real. When you're talking about spirituality, you're not talking about a religion or a certain way to live or a certain way to think. We're talking about acknowledging what is. And spirituality all too often gets treated like a religion when we say things like you have to eat a certain way, you have to do certain meditations and certain routines. Those things are helpful. Those things can raise frequencies in different dimensions of you. This is true. However, a person can be authentic and not be doing these things. It's in an instant that a person can wake up. It's in an instant that you can wake up, can evolve and vibrate at the highest frequency. It's when you're not judging yourself. It's when you're not judging others. When you have to say, oh, I can't be around those people because of how they act or what they do or what they eat. You're not pointing out their weakness, you're pointing out yours. You have an inability to alchemize energy. And the way in which you alchemize energy is by acknowledging it for what it is and then turning it into what you desire it to be. So it's like this. Authenticity is accepting what is. Not what you want it to be, not what you think it should be, not what it looks like to you, but what it is. And a devil, or a demon, right? A devil is anybody who causes you to doubt your true nature. If you know who you are, you know what you love, you know what you're meant to do, you know that you're a soul, you understand specific things about yourself, a devil is something that comes around and causes you to doubt that. And a lot of spiritual people can play as this devil when they are forcing or projecting onto you what they think you need to do, where the only thing that can tell you what to do is your highest self. Your highest self is the version of you that is connected to source, the version of you that is connected to God. What is God telling you is not probably what God is telling me. So for you to listen to your own higher self, for you to tap into source for yourself and listen to God for yourself might mean, hey, I want you to go on YouTube right now and find a video, and this is the video that you found. And for whatever reason, God wanted you to find this video on this day at this time. For somebody else, God may be telling them, hey, eat more greens. And for another person, God might be telling them, hey, loosen up a little bit and go have fun with those people. You see, the thing is, everybody here is uniquely, infinitely different. That may make you feel insignificant. Thinking of yourself like just another grain of sand in the beach might make you feel insignificant. Thinking of yourself as just another snowflake in the mass of the sky in the snowstorm might make you feel insignificant. Just another raindrop floating in the wind. Might make you feel insignificant, but the reality is there will never be another one like it in that space and time ever again. It's not infinitely insignificant. It's infinitely unique and special. And so are you. You have a purpose, you have a design that we have never seen before and will never see again. We might see things close to it, but they'll have their variations. Who you are today in this space and time now is infinitely unique and special. And for you to be authentic is to acknowledge that and to appreciate that and to not judge yourself or try to be something that you're not to make everybody else comfortable, but to embrace who you are. Be who you are. Somebody's going to congratulate you. Somebody's going to judge you harshly. Someone's going to criticize you. Somebody's going to admire you. Somebody is going to be disgusted by you. But at the end of the day, how do you feel about yourself? Are you able to acknowledge yourself? Are you being the real you? This is the only thing that matters at the end of the day. It doesn't matter what they think about you. It matters what you think about yourself. It doesn't matter what they tell you to do. What matters is what your higher self tells you to do. What is Source telling you to do? That is what you should be listening to and connecting to. It's not something that you easily do. It's actually something that's very difficult to do, to quiet your mind, to not be stuck by what society tells you to do. It's not the simplest thing. It's not the easiest thing, but it's necessary. So while some may act like positivity and love and peace is it, it's actually not it. What is it is authenticity, truth, actuality. To embrace your anger and sadness just as much as you embrace your happiness and joy and pleasure. To take pain and be able to turn that into something that is beneficial to you as much as pleasure. To take a loss as a gain. This is called alchemy. And when you become the Christ, when you are one with God, I and the Father are one. When you become God, when you are one with God, you're going to realize that you're not here to control the reality. You're here to observe it, understand it, and appreciate it. You're here to play your role and be who you are authentically. You're not here to make things work in a way that makes life easier for you. No. You're here to build your strength. You build your strength by going through what used to be hard and alchemizing it, by gaining strength, by learning, by growing, by evolving. It's like a Pokemon, right? A Pokemon, if those who know what those are, they're always what they are, but they hit new stages and new forms of who they really are. And it's almost like they become more of who they are as they evolve. And that's what you're here to do. You're here to realize that you're just this little guy that's slowly realizing more dimensions of themselves until you tap into your highest self. And when you tap into your highest self, you're no longer going to judge yourself. You're no longer going to judge others. You're going to love everybody and appreciate everything for what it is. You're not going to need to change anything. I remember one time when somebody was saying, hey, do some hydrokinesis at the beach, make the waves move in a certain way. And I was like, I already am. Everything the waves are doing is perfect. I don't want nothing else. That's exactly what I want it to do. It's already doing what I want it to do. And that came from not saying we need to change things and make them into displays of our power to prove to who we are to ourselves, but instead to know who you are, to embrace who you are, and to vibrate on that frequency is a whole nother thing than trying to validate it to yourself through actions and proving things to other people. When you know something, there's nothing to prove. If you like to make music and people say that it's not a successful career, make music because you love to make music, because you have a gift for it, not because it's a successful career, it'll make you money, it'll do any of those things. Maybe if you're somebody who you feel like your calling is to make a lot of money, maybe that is your purpose, maybe that is your calling. You know, as long as you explore yourself and you find what's easy for you, I promise you're going to find how you're supposed to do it. If you're somebody who was born into money and you want to find more out of life, start to value things not based off of their price tag. Start to value things based off of different dimensions of how they impact you. You know, the sun, something that you can never buy. Find the value in that. The food that you eat, even though you can buy all kinds of food, why would you buy specific foods? Look for a deeper meaning in things. And you're going to start not learning about the things, you're going to start learning about yourself. If you're someone who is overly concerned with how people think about you, maybe you're in a relationship and your partner criticizes you to the point to where you feel like you have to become a completely different person. If you're in a job where you feel like if you start expressing how you truly feel, you'll lose the job. If you have dreams and beliefs and goals that if you told people, they would call you crazy. I have to tell you something. A devil is something that gets you to doubt that. A devil is something that is to deter you, to get you to deviate from that path. Whatever you feel that you need to do, that who you are, just do it. And everything that comes with the real you is what's actually for you. All of the things that you have gained by being somebody else, all of the things that you have gained by putting on a show and pretending and acting, those things you gain by doing that, by being someone other than you, you might lose those things. And you might have to let those things go when you start being the real you. And when you start being the real you, you're going to attract the people that are truly for you. You're going to attract the opportunities that are actually for you. You're going to get into the right locations, environments, and it might look ugly, but you're not here to change what it is. You're here to observe it and accept it and work with it and flow with it. And the best way, the highest frequency, the highest vibratorial way to work with life is to be authentic. Say what you really want to say. Do what you really want to do. Be who you really are. These religions limit us. These certain spiritual people limit us by getting us to think that we have to do what they said we have to do to be righteous. You just have to be authentic. God has a unique path for you, and it may not look like theirs, but a lot of people are very zealous about sharing what works for them. I'm not one of those people. I'm one of those people who knows and can see the truth, who can knows and sees universal patterns. These are not things that I'm making up. These are not things that I'm inventing or trying to convince you of. This is what will be here at the end of the day, and it was what was here before. Something called purpose. Purpose and being in alignment with your purpose is the same thing as being in alignment with your most authentic self. See, the most real you, the most authentic you, the truest, purest you is a version of you that's connected straight to God. All other versions of you that are alter egos, that are fake people to fit into society, that are putting on a mask and a facade, those versions of you that are not vibrating in authenticity, but everything else but authenticity. And they are creating realities that are eventually going to collapse upon themselves because they're not real. Whereas the person, the version of you that is embracing their most authentic self, when they let go of everything that they had before, when they embraced all the things that the universe gave to them, that is the version of you that doesn't need things, that doesn't want things, but it has everything that it needs at all times. Everything that comes to you is significant. Everything that leaves for you is for a significant reason. And to be able to see God in all things, to be able to see truth in all things, is what is going to allow you to stop judging. Stop judging yourself and stop judging other people, and to just be. So this is how you identify a devil. You can't identify a devil until you know who your truest self is, until you're able to communicate with your highest self. It's going to be very hard to spot a devil, because a devil is anything influence in this earth plane, anything that gets you to doubt or deviate away from the most authentic you. And there's a lot of them. And it's not to say that we're here to avoid them all, but to identify them allows you to maneuver and allows you to have that confidence in that moment to stick to your guns, to stay who you truly are, to stay authentic to yourself. When you release that song and everybody laughs at you, but you believed in the message you put out there, who's to say that 5 to 10 years later, it's not going to change one person's life? Or in that first moment of it release, it changed one person's life. You don't know that. Maybe you just needed to change that one person's life to change the whole world. Maybe you just needed to express yourself. Maybe it wasn't the song at all. Maybe it was the fact that you expressed yourself and that influence and inspired somebody to do something that is going to make an even bigger ripple. But everything you do makes a ripple. Everything. So why be fake? And why do anything that's fake? So first things first, release judgments of yourself, release judging others, release judging your environment, release judging your situation, release judging their situations, release judging what they did to you, release judging what you did to other people, and accept that it happened, and accept that we're here.